Welcome to HTML tutorial series. I double click to HTML forms, double click to forms.html and observe the output on the browser window. I'll resize the browser for smooth functioning. I've resized the browser. I single click to forms.html, right click and say open with Notepad. Next I click to the browser. You can see both the Notepad and the browser are placed next to each other. In the previous tutorial, we have understood how to create radio buttons and how to group them to get the proper behavior. In this tutorial, we will discuss HTML checkboxes or a checkbox control. So, how to create checkboxes and when should we create checkboxes? Okay, we'll answer the second question first. When we want to allow the user to make more than one selection, or if we want to get more than one values, then we will create checkboxes. For example, if we want to collect the hobbies of a user, like playing cricket, listening to music, dancing, reading, watching TV, cycling, etc. Some user may have one hobby, some may have two, some may have many hobbies. Okay, let us take another example. In an application form, if we want to get the list of software skills of an applicant, like C, C++, Java, C#, etc. One applicant may know C, C++, Java. Other may know HTML, C++, JavaScript. Or some other applicant may know C++, CSS, JavaScript. In such situations, to get the list of skills and allow the user to make more than one selection, we will create checkbox, right? So, now let us practically understand how to create checkboxes. First, I will create a p tag. I'll create a p tag and I'll write here software skills known, colon. I'll close the p tag. What should I do? Save the changes I have done to the notepad and refresh the browser window. You can see software skills known is displayed on the browser window and it is displayed in a new line because p tag is a block level tag. Now we'll create a checkbox, and to create a checkbox we need an input tag, right? With which attribute? Type. What is input? Input is a tag, type is its attribute, and every attribute has value. So how do we write the value? In inverted commas, we will write checkbox. To create checkboxes, our value should be type is equal to checkbox, / greater than sign, save, Ctrl S from the keyboard and refresh your browser window. We can see the browser displays a checkbox here which can be checked. Correct? I'll go back. Now I should tell the user that this particular checkbox is meant for what. So I'll write here it is meant for C language. I'll again save and refresh. You can observe C is displayed here. Similarly, I'll create few more checkboxes for you all. I'll copy this, save, enter, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste. You can create many more, as many you want. My second checkbox denotes C++. My next checkbox denotes C#. The next denotes JavaScript. Next checkbox Java. and okay, I'm creating only 6 and the last one denotes ASP.NET. Control S, refresh your browser window. You can see all the checkboxes are displayed here. Okay, now before we work on these checkboxes, let us learn the next attribute inside the input tag. Which attribute? Every control should be identified uniquely, so we should give a name to the control. Name is equal to inverted comma open and close. How do we give a name to the checkbox? We'll use the prefix as correct, CHK for checkbox. What name should I give? You can give any name. I prefer giving the name as soft skills. I have used the camel case notation. Okay. With the names, I'll also give identification. I'll say ID is equal to CHK soft skills. Inverted comma close. Copy this particular name and ID and paste it with every checkbox what you have created. So now I'm identifying all my controls by giving a name and an ID. I will save the changes which I have done to the checkboxes. Refresh the browser window. You can see by default, or when the page gets loaded on the browser window, all the checkboxes are unchecked. They are not checked. Correct? Now, I can click on this. This checkbox, C checkbox is selected. I also know JavaScript, so I'll say click here. I also know C++, I'll click here. I know ASP.NET, I'll click here. So, if I am an applicant, I have selected these 4 checkboxes. If I refresh, all the checkboxes will be deselected. Okay, or dechecked. It's not checked. Correct? Now, you'll observe all these checkboxes are grouped under the same name, CHK soft skills. So, in this one group, there are so many checkboxes and you can select one, you can select 2, you can select many, or you can select all the checkboxes at a time. Right? Next, I'll again reload the page. You'll observe when the page gets loaded on the browser window, none of the checkboxes are checked. If I want by default a particular checkbox to be checked when the page gets loaded on the browser window, I should use which attribute? Yes, correct. Checked attribute. So I want JavaScript checkbox to be checked. I'll say Control S and reload the page. Can you see? When the page gets loaded on the browser window, the checkbox which denotes JavaScript is checked by default. If I click here, I can remove the selection. I can select another checkbox. I can again select this. Correct? Now, checkboxes are providing us with an option to select one or many at a time. That means if I select 4 checkboxes and I click on submit button, what will go for processing? Yes, a key pair is sent to the server for processing, and that key pair is made up of what? Name and what are we missing here? Correct, value. Right? That means all these checkboxes should also carry a compulsory attribute called as value. So now I'll give a value to each of these checkboxes, and value should be a unique value. Every control should carry or should have a unique value. How will I give a value? I can give 1, 2, 3, 4. I can give ABCD. I can give C, C++, but I will prefer, okay, I'm giving A. I'll copy this, and again, to save time, I'm doing copy paste, and I'll change the value to B. I'll change the value to C. I'll change the value to D. In this case, change the value to E. You can put J, you can write Java, but I prefer writing, I put F. and / Control S and refresh. Okay, we cannot observe the value attribute because we know when we select a particular, when we check a particular checkbox and click on the submit button, the name and the value in pair goes to the server for processing. And in this case, in case of checkbox, all these checkboxes are grouped under the same name, CHK Soft Skills. So an array of values will go for processing because I've selected C++, I've checked C#, I've also checked JavaScript. I will also check ASP.NET. So from CHK Soft Skills, what will go for processing? B will go, C, D and F. An array of values will go for processing. I hope the checkbox control is clear. Children have understood. If you want, I'll again save and refresh. You can observe by default one checkbox is checked. The rest are not clicked or not checked. Similarly for all the other controls. In this tutorial, we'll stop here with checkbox. Next tutorial, we'll learn the selection or the drop down box. Okay. So good day to all of you.